Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make a board with the use of vertex function. So for doing that, the first thing I need you to do is we will be uploading a picture. For doing that, we need a variable, let's say pic, and I'm going to make the function preload, and inside the function preload uh, we will be using this variable pic to call the function load image. Inside the load image, we have to give the name of the picture we are going to upload. So go to the sketch files, add a file, and upload the picture in your browser. And I'm going to use this beach JPG. Use this. Once uploaded, you can see the name on the side, left hand side, and use the same name, beach JPG, and call this load image function by using the inside the image function. So use the pic variable, and I want my picture to start from 0 0 x and y, and the height and the width of it should be 400 by 400, covering the canvas. So when I run it, I have my picture available here. Now the next thing I need you to do is I need to make a text function, and in this text function I want my mouse X position to be shown. So 200 position of X and 20 of Y. Same way, another text function for the mouse Y position, and it should be at 240 and 20, and give the text some stroke color. So let's say the stroke color of this text is red, and run. You can see I can see the X and the Y values of the mouse appearing. So whenever I have to take the value of X and Y, I can easily move the mouse, keep it over there, and I can see the X and the Y position of it. So now let's make the use these in the vertex function. So to make the vertex function, we first have to say begin shape, and the ending of it is end shape, and within this we will write the vertex function. Without it, the vertex function will not work. In the vertex function we give two parameters, X and the Y. So let's start by making the board's body. So at the position of, let's say, a little bit here, 145 and 190. So first position is 145 and 190, and the second one is diagonally down, so 145 190. A little bit down, it should be 155 and 205. 155 and 205. Now let's run and see a line is appearing, but the line is too short, so we need to make a little bit more than this. So we change the Y, because it's at 205 right now. Let's make it to 10. Run it again, and we can see the line is extended a bit. Now using the same Y position, we are going to extend it in the X. So the X is going to change, but the Y remains the same. So x, when we extend it, let's say the boat is this much big, so the x will be 260 and 210. So vertex 260 and 210. Why we did that? Because the y remains the same, the x only needs to change, it's increasing. So why this thing is appearing? Because we didn't say no fill to it. So let's say no fill, and now when we run it, we will not have this filling up. After doing this, let's make another diagonal which is going up from the previous point. So now the next position is 270 and 190. Why we are keeping it 190 like the first one? So that it comes at the same point. So our thing was 170 and 190. Oh, did something wrong. Oh, it's 270, not 170. It's 270 and 190. Yep, there you go. So now they are at the same level. Now to join it back to its first position, we just need the same one, because we are coming back to the same position. So we can use the same first vertex and just paste it under here, and now when we run it, we have our boat. Now the function which we are using, no fill, let's change it back to fill and give it the color of brown, so we can see the body of our boat ready. There you go. Now after doing this, let's make two sails. So for making the two sails, again you can continue in the same begin and end shape. Within that you can make the vertex and others to appear, but I like my vertex to have be used to make these sails, and I want them to be of different color, so I'm going to make separate ones. So begin shape, and this is sail 1, so let's write sail 1. Begin shape, end shape, and inside it is the vertex function. And let's find the middle of this. So let's see, this is the middle of it, so it's at 206 and 190. So let's use this 206 and 190, and now we have to extend it upwards. So the x is remaining same, so 200 remains same. So when we go up, only the y will change, and the y is 116, or let's take it 115. Vertex 206 remains the same because the x value is same, but the y value is 115. Yes, we got the sail one. Okay, now to give it a separate color, because we don't want the same color to continue, so we are going to use the fill, and we will say the fill is of the sail is yellow, and let's give the stroke also, and let's say the stroke of this is also yellow. Now let's see, we have a yellow sail pole is there. Now let's make the sail. So from the upper end of it, we are going to extend down diagonally, so the vertex will have to come down diagonally. If we come down, so it's 167, 183. And when we run, it's like this. Now I need to make it come back here. The y remains the same in this case, and the x will change. So vertex, and this case, if I extend to this point, is 206, 106 and 183. Now when I run it, the cell is like this. If you want to extend it more down, we can do that as well. Okay, now the cell is done. We want to make it a little bit more down, so we will change the y of the cell which is coming diagonally down, and the y which is joining the pole. So both now is a little bit more down. So now another cell is done. Now the second cell we have to make, and in this one again we will make begin shape and shape, and vertex in the middle, and the vertex now will be a little bit different from the previous one. So we want to make a cell with a little gap in between, so it's start from 210 and 123. 210, 123. Let's make the another one. This is the diagonal part going down, so 210, 123, or let's make it come down first. So let's keep the x same, because the x position is should remain same, and the y position is 185 like the previous ones, so its ending is similar to the previous cell. So this line is down. We didn't give its own fill and stroke. Let's do that as well, and give it a color of teal. Now you can see the color of the other cell is also appearing. Now straight out, that means the y is remaining the same, but the x is changing. So the x now it's become 240. So in the vertex we will be writing 240, and the y remains the same, 185, and when we run it we get this. Now just follow it back to the first point, or just use the first of it, copy it, paste it down, and we are done with the second cell as well. Okay, now to make this static picture dynamic, what we need to do is we just have to make a variable of x, initiate it with 0, and below in the draw function at the end of everything we have to say that the x is increasing by 1, and when we do this, nothing happened because we didn't add the x to all the values of the vertices, and where we will add it, we will add it to the x position of all these. So let's add all these. it will be for all the sails and the boat body, everything. Just add the X to the X of it. So after doing that, when we run program, our boat is moving. Now the boat is disappearing because we didn't give it a conditional that it should come back once it reaches the maximum width so of the canvas. When it becomes greater than the X, then make the X come back to 0, else make it continue moving. Okay, let's tidy our code. There we go. All is good. Now run the program, and as you can see, our boat is now moving and then appearing and then disappearing. There you go. You have your vertex boat ready to go. Now you can make anything with the vertex using the same technique. See you next time. Bye.